subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest updates. Cyclone Emnati is nearing a potentially catastrophic landfall in Madagascar this morning as a Category 2 cyclone. It is possible that it re-intensifies a little bit, potentially up to Category 3 intensity, before it makes landfall within the next 18 to 24 hours. Let's go over the current bulletin information. It has winds of 105 miles per hour, that's 150 kilometers per hour and 10-minute winds, with a pressure of 958 millibars, and its movement is southwest at 10 miles per hour or 17 kilometers per hour. It also has a CDPS stage rating of 7, and while that is down from the stage 8 we had last night, that is still no joke. Wind speed and storm size are major, rainfall potential and the overall threat major to extreme. Despite the downgrade, stage 7 still means that catastrophic damage is possible here as this storm comes into portions of Madagascar. So here's the current location and wind speeds, wind fields. You can see it's pretty large in the wind field size. You can see on the southwestern side those 170 nautical mile winds getting towards that coastline of Madagascar, and they're going to continue to come on shore as Emnati continues towards the coastline, and we're looking at a landfall again within the next 18 to 24 hours. We'll look at the cone in just a little bit. Here's the watches and warnings. You can see alongside the distances, red, yellow, and green cyclone alerts. Some locations along the coastline, it's 148 miles or 238 kilometers from Mahananoro, 201 miles or 323 kilometers from Mananjari, and 258 miles or 415 kilometers from Manakara. Those are along the coastline. The bottom two are further inland. Here's the current intensity estimate spread. Right now, there's good consensus on this being a Category 2 cyclone at this time. AMSU and SATCON are a bit outdated on their estimates, and just based on recent microwave passes, I don't think it's a Category 4 at this time. We're likely looking at a Category 2. Here's that cone, by the way. We can see there's that potential re-strengthening up to maybe a Category 3, and then it comes in at that intensity or just a bit below that intensity. Either way, looking at a significant landfall here, and then it weakens as you'd expect over Madagascar and then heads south, and then after that we can say goodbye to Emnati, just similar to what we did with Batsarai when it came through Madagascar. Some of these areas so hard hit after Batsarai, and here we go again with potentially another catastrophic landfall. Here's the current sea surface temperatures. We can see they're not as warm as they were for Batsarai. They're a bit cooler, especially as you get to the coastline, but they are still much warm enough just to support a Category 2, even Category 3 cyclone. The H-Wharf is going a bit south with its track, actually just barely clipping the island there. You can see that rainfall being significant. Rainfall's looking to be significant either way you look at it for this island as it comes across the island. And you can see the models, they're in general consensus from what I can tell on a little bit of strengthening, but then of course, as you'd expect after landfall, all of them are agreeing on rapid weakening. Wind shear is going to rise according to the GFS model, which that may be a hindrance, but it's going to be around 10 knots, so not that big of a deal for a storm like this. The sea surface temperatures are on a downtrend, and the relative humidity stabilizing around 70%, and those tracks are fairly confident in a track over the island and then out to sea. Here's the current satellite imagery. It is looking to be undergoing an eyewall replacement cycle, which is not too good. It can make the storm larger, which in turn can bring more significant storm surge and maybe even some rainfall and more widespread winds. So either way you look at this is not going to be a good cyclone for Madagascar. We hope for the best, of course. Hope that this storm does not bring as many impacts as we're expecting, and if you are in the path of Cyclone Emnati, stay safe and stay tuned to local information from Mateo, France and Force 13.